Hey there, and welcome to the club, and welcome to another Pokemon Fusion Challenge. Today we'll be fusing Mewtwo and Groudon together to create a cool looking character. So let's get started. I'm going to be drawing the character facing towards the left, so let's start with the eye. Starting with the top brow line, I'm going to start in the front and curve towards the back. From here I'm going to leave a little overlap and curve down towards the bottom of the eye, and then connect from the front and the back together with a curve. Comes along the bottom like that. Let's draw in the iris and pupil. So we're going to draw an oval tucked in underneath this brow line. So up here we'll curve around. We're going to draw a little highlight circle at the top, right corner up here. And we're going to draw in the pupil. So we're going to just draw a smaller oval underneath the highlight and color that in black. Let's go ahead and draw the front edge of the head. So up here, we're going to move across to the left side and draw the top of the head. Right here we're going to curve just to the back like that. From here we're going to draw the front edge of the brow. So curving down, and then in here, in this little space here, we're just going to draw a little curve like that. Let's go down and draw the bridge of the nose. So from this point, we're going to curve down. We're going to curve across for the bottom edge of the nose, and then we're going to curve this up. Just curve it up for a little bit of a smile. In here, we're just going to draw a little hook for the nostril. Now, we're going to move our way to the top to draw in Mewtwo's horns. So up here, we're going to overlap that little line there. So curving up and towards the back, we're going to just do a hard break and curve backwards. From here, we're going to pull this back in and down. Let's draw that same thing in the back. So you can see it on the back side here. Starting with the front edge, right about here, curve up, do a hard break backwards, and then we're going to curve and pull that back in underneath the top of the head. From here, we want to work our way down towards the jaw flaps. I'm going to give the jaw flaps of Groudon on the face. So before we do that, we're going to have to draw a little spike here. So I want to make it look like it's sort of pointing out that way. So right here, I'm going to draw a curve. Starting from the top, curve around like that. And we want it aiming this way. So I'm going to take this point, draw a straight line towards the back, take this bottom edge, and just point up towards that tip there. Now, from this point, I want to draw in the back of the head. So I'm going to step up just a little bit, curve behind the horn. And now this is going to come down this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the mouth. I'm going to draw the front edge of that jaw flap like this. I'm going to draw a straight line coming back. Now we're going to curve this behind the horn and just sort of pretend that it merges in with the back of that head there. So we're just going to curve that up behind like that. Let's draw the bottom of the mouth. So up here, I'm just going to draw a little curve underneath the jaw flap. We want to draw a jaw flap on the back side as well. So starting with the front edge, right about here underneath the nose, we'll curve across, draw a straight line back, and we'll curve that underneath the chin. From this point, we can start shaping out the body. So I want to give it sort of a Groudon-shaped body, so the big upper body going into maybe Mewtwo's tail, but we'll figure that out as we go. So from this point, I want to draw in the back. So this, I'm going to draw a curve coming down towards the shoulders. So right where the ear or this horn meets the head, I'm going to curve back like this. Now, because the shoulder is going to overlap the body, I'm going to have to draw the shoulder in first. So I'm going to draw sort of the top half of the circle right here, kind of like Groudon's shoulder. So right here, starting at the front, curve around to the back, and back across like that, leaving a little gap at the bottom here. From these 2 points, I'm going to connect it with a curve, just like that. Along this side of the body here, I'm going to draw some more horns. So let's go ahead and draw that. So I'm going to draw 2 more right here. I'm going to start with the curve for the socket first. I'm going to take this top point, go straight into the tip, take this bottom edge and go right into that tip as well. We'll draw one more here. So draw a curve. From this top, we're going to go out to the tip and then the bottom edge. We're going to draw a little trim, just a little separation along the side here. So from right here, I'm going to curve into that spike and then just fill in the gap towards the shoulder there. Now let's draw in the arms. So from here, I'm going to draw in hands that look like Mewtwo. So I'm going to draw the little circular, little spherical fingertips. So let's start with the thumb part first. So from this corner, I'm going to curve out, and we're going to just draw a circle. Starting from the top, we'll circle around. We're going to move down and curve in towards the index finger. So this part right in here, we'll do an overlap, curve down, and then again drawing a circle for the fingertip. We're going to pull this back up, and we'll do another overlap. So let this part overlap the back finger here. We'll draw another circle. Now we just want to take this point of the hand and just curve right into that shoulder there. If If you want, you can draw that little detail on Groudon's shoulder. So right up here, I'm going to curve up, and we'll curve across this way. You're going to draw that twice, just for that little extra detail trim. Just going across like that. From this point, we want to move back to the front of the body, and we'll draw in the chest. So we're going to bulk up the chest a little bit here. So right here, underneath this flap, curve out. Do an angled line coming in. So Groudon's got this sort of chiseled chest. We're going to curve the front of the chest. So curving across like this. Now we want to make our way back in towards that shoulder. So I'm going to do this little curve like this, kind of like Mewtwo, kind of curves back up like that. Up under here, I just want to split the chest a little bit with a little separation line like that. From this point, now we can start drawing in the body. So we're going to draw the body down to here, have the legs in front. So I'm going to draw the front edge, and then we're going to draw in the legs. So from this point in the chest, I'm going to curve out, and then just round out the bottom of the body. So we now know that the body comes down to here. The feet are going to be a little bit lower. So right in this area, I want to draw in the front leg. So starting at the top, I'm going to curve down towards the ankle. So curving down like that. We're going to draw the back side now. So going back up to the top, I'm going to curve to the back. So leaving a gap at the bottom of the ankle here. From this point, I'm going to step up and just curve to the back of the heel. Now I'm going to draw in towards the toes and the claws. So from here, I'm going to curve towards the first toe. From this toe, I'm going to curve up and then pull it to the bottom of the foot. So it looks like a claw. We're going to step up and start layering in the claws here. So step up, straight line across, we'll curve the top and pull that right in. Do that one more time. So stepping up, across, and pull that right in. From here, I'm going to go to the top of this claw and just curve underneath that leg there. If you want, you can add, again, that little detail that Groudon has, that little circle in the kneecap. So up here, we're going to start at the top, we're going to draw a circle. It's an easy circle like that. We're going to trim it out about the same thickness as we have on the shoulder. So starting at the top, just going to circle around with that little detail there. Just like that. Now we can finish off the lower part of the body. So this is going to curve underneath that leg. So let's continue this underneath the leg there. Now let's go to the back side here and draw the other leg. So starting at the same height, right here, I'm going to curve the front of the leg. Now we're going to go to the back and draw in the back leg. So we're going to start with this curve here first. So right back here, curve to the heel. We're going to curve towards the first claw. So curving across like that. From this point, all you need to do is curve and pull it to the bottom of the foot. We're going to step up and do that same overlap pattern. So we're going to go across, curve up, and then tuck that in between. Go up here, across, curve that on top as well. Go to the top of this claw and just going to pull it underneath the top of that leg. We're going to draw sort of that same shape here, but we're only going to see a part of it. So starting at the top, we're going to curve in behind the belly and just continue it along the bottom. We're going to trim this out again, so just tracing that inside all the way around like that. Let's go to the back arm here. So we're going to take this, flip it over. We're going to start at the top of the shoulder first. Starting up here, we're going to round out the front of the shoulder. Now you can see that we've cut back in here. We're going to take this point and curve in behind the body. We're going to give the same sort of finger treatment. So from this corner, we're going to curve out and draw on the thumb. So a circle for the thumb. Right down here, we're going to pull this back in. And we want to draw the fingers sort of curled around this way like that. So we're going to step down here, curve down, draw a circle for the fingertip, and then pull that back. Now you're only going to see a little bit of this next finger. So right up here, we're going to step in, curve, we'll just tuck that circle in behind like that. Leave it like that. The final thing we're going to draw is the tail. So imagine the belly coming down behind the leg and continuing up this way. So we're just going to curve up to the top of the tail there. So it's got sort of a Mewtwo tail. So the tip of Mewtwo's tail is really thick and it sort of tapers off a little bit thinner. So what we're going to do is we're going to round it out and just go a little bit thinner and just follow along towards the back. Now here I want to merge in towards the back here. So I'm going to have to imagine this curve of the back continuing down, and we're going to just connect the back and the tail together. We're going to add a little bit of a trim. So from this point in the chest, curve down in behind the leg, we'll curve up and just merge into the side of the tail. If you want, you can add a little spike down here. So drawing that curve for the socket. From the top, go straight into the tip. We will draw one more. We're actually going to tuck this one in behind that spike, so a little bit of overlapping. So right here, we're going to curve the back and then we'll go in towards a point like that. And a couple more spikes in the back here, so going out, back, we'll draw one more here, out, and then back. So we've got sort of a mix between Mewtwo and Groudon. We'll call him Mewdon. I hope you enjoyed this challenge. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.